Alright everyone, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Windwaker HD. Last time we got to Dragon Roost Island, and after looking around a little bit, I decided to stop the video. Now we are actually going to explore the island, and possibly do the first dungeon inside as well. What is over here? There appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. Well, it's Windwaker related, so let's try to do it. So it's a lot like the Ocarina, except you're automatically playing the notes, and it's always short songs, unfortunately. Like the 6x4 songs, actually, I think there's 2 of them, but it's much later in the game. Regardless, it's a lot simpler than the Ocarina of Time. Yeah, nice breeze. It's a lot simpler than the Ocarina of Time Ocarina, as well as Majora's Mask Ocarina, because you can't do like 8-note songs. And you can't do like 5 or 7-note songs either. The new Windwaker. Control over where the wind blows. That is important. At least it was, especially in the original. Yes, we have to find his brother by finding the cyclone at sea. But I think we'll need an item to actually cheat him with. We won't get an item until, well, definitely not this video. Let's just say that. Oh, there's one more thing. There is a gallery later in this game where you can create a whole bunch of figurines. However, you can miss out on some potential pictures that would give you a figurine of a certain character. What's the problem, you may ask? Well, there used to be a way that allowed you to circumvent the permanently missable content by the Miiverse functionality. Unfortunately, Miiverse is gone, so we can no longer take advantage of that. What I'm trying to say is that we can actually permanently miss out on some figurines because of the Miiverse shutdown. And that is too bad. Like, people like the Tingle Bottle mechanic initially. It's just when Miiverse shut down, it became completely useless. So, you know, up. I think the bombs actually explode a little slower if you hold them. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Just don't explode everything, because why not? Mail center. Too bad this bridge is down. Game. Yeah, all these boulders in the way. You'd think the bird people that live here would get rid of it, but I mean, they're bird people. They can fly, at least after a certain age. As some of you will know, or rather see very soon, there's a few technically that do not fly, at least not initially. You know, just like real birds. So now that we've blown this one, I believe we can go down here and do this. Grab this. There we go. By the way, I mentioned the Tingle Tuner thing before. The Tingle Tuner was kind of arrogant of Nintendo, because they were introducing this thing where, oh, you can connect your Game Boy Advance to some GameCube games, and in some cases you needed a specific Game Boy Advance game to do the connection. But like they did the same thing in the N64 era with the transfer pack, which gave you some little bonuses for having a Game Boy Color game or just having a connected Game Boy. or rather, it was just a pack themselves. That's right. The games themselves that you could connect, not the Game Boy itself. But with the Game Boy Advance, they actually made something you could connect directly to the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance itself, and they decided to add some features that are only accessible through that. Some features are only accessible by connecting your Game Boy Advance to your GameCube, and some people complain about that because it's basically Nintendo's way of saying, hey, buy all of our products, including this extra cable, and you can get the full experience of our games. A lot of people didn't like that. They wish Nintendo had gone with online back then, you know? Some games were made entirely with the Game Boy Advance connectivity in mind. Like Four Swords Adventures. That game cannot truly be enjoyed unless you have three people, three friends, and yourself, along with 4 Game Boy Advances, 4 cables to connect to your GameCube, and the game itself. That's quite expensive, and it's for an experience that you and your friends might not even enjoy. And Nintendo could have instead just put it online and people could have played from their own GameCubes, but no, it would take another generation before Nintendo would try that. Yeah, as you can see, we are bird people. Therefore we fly and we need the winds to be able to do stuff. Also, Valoo is apparently a sky spirit by receiving a scale from Valoo. Valoo is now temperamental, however, right now. Solve our problem for us, says the tribe people. Share some of your courage with my son, and you don't get the choice to say no in this particular case. And we need Medli's help for that. Medli is one of the more populars of this game. She managed to actually become a playable character in Parallel Warriors. Too bad of the other character that joins you on your adventure and some things. He unfortunately did not become as popular. Anyway, there's an annoying minigame in this place. It's not as luck-based as the Sploosh one, but yeah. It's not as luck-based as the Sploosh one, but it is very demanding, let's just say. This is the entrance to the dungeon. Oh, I actually really like this area. I like the atmosphere of this area better than the dungeon itself. Weird. Now, initially the Rito were exclusive to Windwaker's world, era, future, or something like that. Until Breath of the Wild decided that, you know what, let's have the Rito in this universe too. The problem is that the Rito are later to be revealed to be descendants of the Zora, like way further in the timeline, and because of that, there's kind of a contradiction with having the Rito and the Zoras in the same game, you know? Anyway, that's Kamali. Doesn't want to talk to anyone because we need to talk to Medli first, I think, or something like that. I want to play the minigame first. That's what I want to do. You know, assuming the game lets me. Right over there. Do you happen to find a golden feather? Well, I don't have one. Oh, there's Medli. Wow, you really do have green clothes and a strange shaped hat. You're Link, aren't you? Oh, me? I'm an attendant to the Great Sky Spirit, Valoo. My name is Medli. Well, to tell the truth, I'm not an attendant quite yet. I'm actually still studying to be one. Oh, what am I thinking? Here, this is from the chieftain. Link, he wants you to give this directly to Prince Kamali. Otter's letter. I'm a delivery boy. And yeah, now I have a letter bag in my Wii U gamepad. I was actually gonna try to record my Wii U gamepad footage for you all so you don't miss out on everything, but unfortunately, the quality of the recordings, it's like I'm using my webcam, or I was trying to use my webcam to record my Wii U gamepad. It just wasn't very effective. The only way I can do it is if I place my Wii U gamepad directly next to the webcam, and that's very restrained for me to play that way. I also thought about using my phone, but again, there's just not a good angle for me to record it. Another problem is that there's a light directly, directly on my Wii U gamepad, so that makes it that would make the footage kind of awkward anyway, even if I was able to do it. So the only real solution would be if I were able to record the footage directly from my gamepad, but yeah. Let's play the mini game. What I'm trying to say is that as far as showing the footage on my gamepad is concerned, I really wish I could do it, but I just don't have the time or convenience to do it right now. Wrong. Okay, getting the wrong one doesn't punish you, thankfully. I got 16. That's okay. However, what I need to do is get 25 in. Twice. So let's do it. Okay, got 25 once. Now let's do it again. Oh my goodness. Come on. I don't think it counted the one I did last time. Wow, really easy. $28, pretty good. ₹3 per letter. The next time we come by. Okay, so we're not gonna do 25 letters again right away. We're gonna do it later. This, I have no idea. I don't remember what this is for. I kinda wish there was a secret passage right here. I missed the Lens of Truth. It's a completely worthless item when you think about it, but in Mentor, the Nintendo wasn't afraid of having some secret passages here and there. It's not often enough, if you ask me. Because ultimately, I always found it really, really cool when you found a secret passage in the 64 Zeldas, and they just don't do that anymore because of no lens of truth and stuff. I'd say it's because the geometry just got too complex, but then you look at this passage and it's like, I've recreated this sort of passage in the RPG Maker engine using a 3D plugin. It's not hard at all. Now we're gonna have to show him the letter. Let me just go back to my items. This here, and then R. A letter from my father? Oh sure, telling me to be brave is easy enough for him. It's not like he's the one who went through that horrible experience. It's not like he still has to get a scale from Valu. You're in this letter too, you know. Poking your nose in other people's business. You're nosy, aren't you? Well, you bird people are the ones with big noses. Sorry, but I don't really feel like going to see Valu right now. I mean, how am I supposed to get a scale from him when he's so upset? What? Are you trying to say that you can calm Valu down? Psh, that's just a big fat lie. It's easy to say you can do anything. Bragging doesn't cost you a thing. I'll tell you what. If you can find me someone who can get past all the obstacles on Dragon Roost to get to Valu, then I'll listen to anything you say. Big words. Probably doesn't mean it. Well, we'll see about that. Wow, this is kind of lame. While you're going through a transition in the main screen, the Wii U gamepad screen is not active, even though it still shows like your items and stuff. So I couldn't like back out of a menu because of that, or change menus really. All the more reason why people were far more like they felt a lot better when Nintendo Switch, and that made much more sense. Part timer. Yep. Aha! I knew it. You're not a bird person. Also, this part timer guy, he looks suspiciously like the one from Majora's Mask. It's another character that I feel they brought over from that game. Anyway, yeah, 25 letters again. Well, that could have gone better, but 27 is still pretty good. Oh my gosh! 27 letters! Amazing, man! I'm so impressed, seriously, man! Just gotta tell my mom all about this. Okay, I remember this minigame to be a lot tougher when I was younger. It's against the rules, man. It probably is, actually. Can't do personal bias with jobs like this. It's like when I was working in the government, you can't look up your own data on the server. They'll immediately detect it. They'll detect that you put in your own data on the server and that you're potentially doing something that you're not supposed to do. Some people still accidentally do it because they don't know that you can do it. They assume you did it for nefarious reasons. Postage? Postage is dumb. Like, I appreciate them trying to be a bit more realistic with the thing, but if they really wanted to be realistic, you'd have to buy the postage separately before you put the letter in. Hello? Nope. Like, I'll probably get extra money if I do, but you know. I've already played the minigame enough, I think. I seriously thought I was going to spend a lot more time playing that minigame. It wasn't nearly as hard as I remember it to be. I think I have to talk to Medli. Or, no, I have to go in front of the dungeon, but let's go outside over here first. Oh. Yeah, I've already seen. And there's Medli. Can't jump off of this place, unfortunately. I think. Nope. Invisible wall. Annoying. Now that being said, I want to go outside over here. Look at that bird over there. Annoying bird. Some of you might be wondering if we can actually ever go to that place all the way over there. I believe we can. And if not, well, someone else can while we're controlling them. If you know what I mean. Cursed luck. Now that I think about it, let's do the bait thing right now. Annoying bird. So where did Nintendo get the Loftwing controls? Probably from this. Actually no, these controls are way different from the Loftwing. But yeah, these birds that fly around, they will actually chase you. So how do you get here? Well, there was a way before involving the Tingle Tuner, but I guess we're not going to use that way right now. But yeah, the Tingle Tuner was actually kind of overpowered in the original Game Boy. Because you could do some bomb jumping, quote unquote, with it. Because one of the Tingle's abilities from the Tingle Tuner was that he could drop bombs to help you with the enemies, but the speedrunners found ways to use it for sequence breaking instead. But again, the HD version removed that. However, the HD version is actually the version everyone uses for speedrunning nowadays anyway, because of important sequence breaks that are possible on it and only it, I think. Anyway, that was pretty much the Rito village. It's not very big, much like it is in Breath of the Wild. Kind of weird. But people still like the Rito as a species, so you know. Sure. Pick her up. Then we throw her when the winds are going in this direction. Missed. Oof! That looked like it hurt. I did this on purpose, by the way. It's always amusing to look at her expression when you throw her into the wall. And when I was young, I used to always accidentally throw her into the wall anyway. You have to wait for the wind to blow in the direction of the bridge. It can take some time, actually. If you're feeling particularly confident, I think you can also throw when the wind is blowing sideways. That didn't work either. This time that was actually an accident. No matter how many times you screw up, by the way, you'll never get too dizzy. Oh, I think you have to do it from here, actually. That would make sense, yeah. Because she tells you to do it from the ledge. Yep. You're giving me a bomb? A bottle? Sounds like we're gonna have to rescue her. So now that we have a bottle, we can only have 4 bottles in this game, in case you're wondering. Yep, this water is good enough for to count as water. It's not like dehydrated water or something like that. It's actually good enough to take and to bring all the way up here. Where these bombs? Bomb flowers. Yep, that's all we have to do to solve this puzzle. She could have given us the empty bottle initially and then swam herself up to the ledge instead of going through the hole, throwing her in mechanic. I really should mention this right now, actually. Windwaker's dungeons are a lot simpler than the average Zelda dungeon. And Phantom Hourglass is even worse, when that's the sequel to Wind Waker. Spur Tracks is a little more different, at least. But Wind Waker's dungeons were considered extremely easy and simple at the time of its release. I personally still like them despite that, because of their atmosphere and the fact that I don't think they're that brain dead. But there's definitely a sentiment that anytime you're faced with like something you have to do in the game, the devs really only bothered putting the puzzle up to, you know, you having to do something that's in the exact same room as you are in. What I'm trying to say is that there are no multi-room puzzles in the game, for the most part. Every puzzle is local to the room you're in. You don't have to be big brain to finish the game, is what I'm finally trying to say. Really hard for me to explain things sometimes. Now obviously this is the first dungeon, technically, so we're not expecting the puzzles to be too complex, but by even the last dungeon, it's still like roughly the same thing. Oh, some people consider the Forsaken Fortress first visit as the first dungeon. I personally don't, because you don't find a boss, you don't find keys, you don't do anything like that. I find a key? I don't remember. Whatever the case, I feel this is the first dungeon. It's not too bad. Now we have the quick time ability right here. Basically every time an enemy is about to attack you, well most of the time when an enemy is about to attack you, if you press the A button with the good timing, you'll dodge and counter. The timing isn't that simple, unfortunately. It's not like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's timing is extremely forgiving compared to Wind Waker. But again, at the time, people thought this made combat way too easy. Like, way too easy. We don't have to commend the game for something regarding its first dungeon, though, right? They start us with the quote-unquote fire temple. That's very different. Nearly every Zelda game starts you with the forest temple, or some grassland temple. That doesn't do us anything right now, but later on it becomes a warp point. Very useful. Oh, by the way, in hero mode, the combat is actually a lot more difficult because no hearts are dropped randomly. Also, that right there was water. Don't know if some of you have noticed it. Yay. Lethal lava land. Now it keeps going all the way up there. Rocks fall from above. That ain't right. Drop down here. Pull this out. You can jump here. Here, pull out the lava pillars. Thought that enemy dropped. Also, yeah, there was a rock there that I want to blow up, but can only do it from the other side. Or only intended to do it from the other side. You never know with sequence breaking. But yeah, these are filled with water. You can tell from the effects, but also from the texture on the thing. So you throw it into the lava, and that somehow creates a platform you can jump on. This is completely illogical, but let's just go with it. Here is the map that unfortunately none of you can see because it's on the Wii U gamepad. It's not. There's 4 floors. Ow! Choo choo! Oh, got some red shoe jelly. Shoes would make the return in Twilight Princess, and in that game, there's actually some dangerous shoes that you're not supposed to use for medicinal purposes. But in this game, they're pretty much all positive effects, and their design is a lot more iconic. We do need these things. Oh, by the way, they changed the location of one of the items that is pretty helpful gameplay-wise. It tells you the remaining HP of enemies while you're fighting them. They changed it from like something you can access pretty early to something you can only access when you're nearly done with the game. That's very unfortunate. But it's not like that item is necessary, so you know. I think I might need this. Because the Nintendo specifically had that enemy jump out of its whatever and blow up the passage here to show you that, hey, that sword can do something. While your sword probably won't. Like this, I'm going to show it right here. I was supposed to spin attack while I was up there, not down here. Oh, also sometimes the shoes don't drop anything. Yeah, some of you may have noticed we can't use our normal sword, so do this. Small key. Oh, the spin attack doesn't reach as far as I remember. Oh, finally I find one of these. Sometimes when you defeat enemies, they'll drop this orb that you have to shatter, and it has a bunch of goodies. It is so satisfying. I'm actually sad they didn't bring this idea back in any of the games. Not even the sequels to Windwaker. Oh, and we're here. Yep. Just throw something on that, and that is enough to cause it to explode. Those things are extremely sensitive. But despite that, they're not sensitive enough to get affected by the lava down there and constantly explode or something. Ain't that strange? Chew. Chew. Go. I was waiting for you to appear. Launch! What? It doesn't work. Oh, what if I try to burn it? Aha! The game didn't show us that. The game did not show us that before. We have to figure it out ourselves. Gonna go over here? I don't think so. Looks like the passage is blocked. That being said, geez, movement is a lot more rigid now, remember? Spoiled by Breath of the Wild. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Because there's only an optional treasure chest over there. Not much else. And now we're going outside. Uh-oh. The bridge can't fall, by the way. You can cut those, things. See? And if you cut enough, the whole bridge will break down. I don't think it's when the enemies are on it that it'll break down, unfortunately. Only when you are on it. And yes, the dragon is throwing a hissy fit right now. Hear him pretty clearly. Incidentally, it feels like the island is bigger while we're in the dungeon. Damn bird. Oh, golden feather. God damn it. I was not supposed to do a jump like that. Stupid Link. Not every enemy has a counter timing, by the way. Some of them you just have to dodge manually. Oh, cool. Stupid game! God damn! I just want the freaking feather and decides to drop it into the abyss below. And of course I didn't get my chance to get the other reward, so fall into the ocean we are. It'd be kind of unfortunate if the game forces us to go through the entire dungeon again to get back to where we were. But yeah, as I mentioned, it feels like the island itself is larger now that we're inside the dungeon. I don't think that's coincidental. They did the same thing in Breath of the Wild with the Great Beast dungeons. They were bigger in the inside than the outside. All I get is 1 rupee now. I swear. The game does not want me to be happy today. All I wanted was a golden feather so I could get that stupid side quest done with real quick. But no, the game decided I had to lose out on that feather twice. Thankfully, I do believe we will... yeah, we can do this. We will fight another one of those birds later on. But only perhaps one more time. And it's in an even more perilous area, I think. Whatever the case, we have, well, there's a whole game ahead of us. Not that big of a deal. Just annoying. Just like that. Me missing the rock. Just barely. Here we have a pretty simple puzzle. Like, there's really no way that you can screw this up. You just pull the things backward. The only way you can screw it up is if you try to move the thing sideways after pulling one backwards, but damn. Petra? Or no, the King of Red Lions. Oh, some advice, and also some use for the bait that I got from. Oh, you stupid thing! Yes, they can steal your money. Wrong side. Sell something good for you. I mean, might as well try. What are you buying? Yeah. Imagine you give the bait to the rats, and then out comes the merchant from Resident Evil 4, and he's like, "What are you buying?" Long enough to get the compass, especially because the dungeon's almost over already. It's a very short dungeon, because, you know, it's the first one. Geronimo. Back outside we go. Oh, also, let's drink our potion. Here's the other bird we can fight. Yeah, I got a small key, but can I get the feather? I was hoping to grab it midair. Damn it. Whatever the case, I really should not have defeated the bird so quickly. I need to bait it out to be a little closer to land. But I do get to keep the key, despite the fact that I fell. Okay, good. Don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't know why the description said winged girls are infatuated by these treasures. We already know the Rito exists game. Just said that. Anyway, let's light ourselves the way. The game's not that dark though. Like even back when I first played this on the GameCube on my CRT TV, it still wasn't that dark compared to Majora's Mask in Ocarina of Time. Not that that's a bad thing. The lighting being clear is definitely a good thing. And it's not like the way the game gives you light with these things right here is all that effective anyway. It's not like a modded Western RPG where torches are absolutely necessary to be able to see 2 feet in front of you. Here it was much more of a formality, us being able to do that. Oh man, if only we could uncover that thing. Problem solved. Where does it lead to? Back here. So green and blue are connected. It's kind of weird because I thought this would be like the banjo pauldrons where the same colored ones would be connected, but no, here it's like there's a blue one and a green one. They're connected. It just happened to be. Find them. Also careful of the lava pillar. I believe it does reach all the way up here. Oh, well, it reaches over there. Battle time. Yes, the enemies can kick you, even without a weapon, but it's not very effective. Where's the stick? Not here, that's for sure. I do believe we'll need a stick to light up that other torch. They're all the way at the end of it, yeah. Yep, that's a special reward. And that's an enemy hidden in there. The enemies are unfortunately kind of invincible when you knock them down. It's kind of like a fighting game. They've got knockdown invincibility. It's kind of like a fighting game, and it's really annoying. I really wish you could just keep damaging them while they're down. Because as far as I remember, that wasn't the thing the N64 Zelda does. You couldn't knock enemies down. Or if you did, that's because they were dead. You could always damage them. You know, assuming they weren't like being asses and just constantly blocking your attacks.
Yep.
Well, the passage is still blocked, so that means there's another enemy hiding somewhere, maybe? Yep. I think some of the jars shake if they have something inside of them. That's a lame kick, buddy. Now we gotta do this, and there's a new enemy right in the center. And you might think, well, it fell in the lava, that means it's dead. Nope, it can survive in the lava. Fortunately, the water doesn't do anything to it. Kind of bothered me. Okay, are you gonna attack me yet? There you go. Ah! That's kind of funny, actually. Unfortunately, it respawns the enemy. I almost fell in the lava again. Yeah, we need to actually go all the way over there. Don't even have to fight the enemy, technically. And yeah, if you think you didn't aim the platform properly, you did. As long as it's close enough for the puddle to start bubbling up, it'll center itself onto the pillar of fire, so no problemo. And believe it or not, we're at the end. Or near the end. But we're not gonna get to the end just yet. There's still another diversion we have to do. And okay, never mind. I thought it was like there's only 2 pots that teleport you around the dungeon, but there's actually several, and they all have different colors. Basically, they just warp you between them as you find them. They had not figured out the Oku system from Twilight Princess just yet. I think Twilight Princess has something that's something similar to the Aku system. But then Breath of the Wild decided, you know what, let's just make the dungeons so small, it won't even matter. I wonder if Breath of the Wild 2 will actually have big dungeons now that I think about it. Like, I imagine it's still going to have a big overworld, but the one major complaint besides, like, weapons breaking for Breath of the Wild was the dungeons being, like, too small. And also small in quantity as well, although you count all the mini dungeons, technically it's big in quantity. Yeah, these platforms fall. Because he ain't coming back. And look what happened to Medli. Surprise, surprise. Now we gotta be the man and rescue the girl. Because that's what Miyamoto thinks all people want when they play all the games. Oh, by the way, if you interrupt the enemy with a normal attack as the QuickTime event pops up, you can still do the QuickTime, believe it or not. Unfortunately, that means you can also miss the QuickTime. Anyway, they might be green, but they're not any tougher than the other guys. However, this one over here, it's a Maublin. And these are a little tougher. That attack right there is just to make you to push you away. And yes, they have a wake up move. I forgot about that. They only do it on wake up though. And this right there, that move, you can counter it, but you have to be fast. As I said, the quick time events might exist everywhere, but their timing is not as forgiving. And also that poke attack has no counter. He was about to punch me right there. I actually almost lost, all things considered. Like, if this was hero mode, I actually would have lost. By the way, in case some of you are wondering, this is precisely why the game had her go first without us, even though we could have filled the pool with her glass bottle before she went ahead. Because the game wants her to go ahead so she can get captured, so that you can go rescue her. Like, think about it. How much does it matter that we rescued her right now? She could have just been waiting for us up here, and nothing would have changed. But some director at Nintendo, it doesn't matter who, insists on having Link rescue every single girl that he meets that has a unique design or something. At least back then. And it's definitely not limited to Zelda or anything like that, but definitely annoying when it happens. When the plot constrains itself in a way that it forces you to rescue someone that could have easily avoided getting in trouble. And it's almost always a little girl. Or a woman. And I actually really like the grappling hook. It's a neat idea for the hook shot. If this had replaced the hook shot entirely, I actually don't think would have minded, because it kind of limits it in a way, but also makes it interesting. Unfortunately, the hook shot appears later in this game, so they kind of tried to have both at the same time. And because the hook shot appears much later on, it's not as effective as it could have been. Go. And now we're back here, but we can go over here. In fact, we have to go over here. It is possible to jump off into the place below. Careful about that. Yeah, the island is definitely bigger inside this dungeon. Oh, and you don't necessarily have to aim to this thing. You can actually aim a little above it, I think. Maybe not. Huh. I might be misremembering something. Never mind. Bye. God damn it, Link. Silly brat. I want to do the spin attack, but the game insists on me doing the 360 motion. There we go. Hi. Did you drop anything? Nope. Let's try. Wait, did he actually hit me anyway? Weird. Go. Where's the chest? Heart. Let's cut off this bridge. Yep. That's one of the bridges where they expect you to cut it off. Or to do something to land on the side over here. Yeah, now we can drop this off. Ah, that was the wrong thing to do. This is why you want to do a spin attack. What I was trying to do, but I guess I didn't charge it long enough. God damn it. I missed again. This time I actually thought I hadn't charged it. Or rather, because I hit the side of the cage, it wasn't going to charge it. Because that's not how it worked in the original. If you tried to charge it after hitting a wall, I don't think it would work. Maybe. Anyway, yeah. Do a spin attack and then you can go here. The door is closed. What am I supposed to do? Actually, I'm wondering what I'm supposed to do. I don't know why it's closed. I've forgotten. Oh. This is why. Again, the puzzles aren't too complex. You just have to look around and you can solve it locally. You don't have to do something at the other part of the dungeon. Bats are annoying though. I keep pressing ZR. It's R and I'm supposed to press. I don't know, I feel it should have been ZR to block and R to block and ZR for the item. No, personally. By the way, you can stop and then extend the rope. This is actually important. If the rope is too small, you actually will need to extend it and then start swinging again to be able to reach the other side. And it's something I didn't learn until way later in the game. Back when I first played it. Good thing the game is generous with its jumps, at least when you're swinging from the rope. Other games that do the whole rope swinging thing, they would not be as generous, let's just say, with the jump. You know, when you jump from the rope, it would be like the exact amount of momentum you would expect from that kind of jump. Anyway, apparently, yeah. We need to press some kind of switch, but not that way. Like we can insta kill these things how many times we want, but if we attack them normally, their eye like this. they happen to turn into some kind of ball that you can move around. And guess what? You can put it right here. And that's what you need to do to get the boss key. Gosh, this is really bright. They really cranked up that bloom. The enemies do uncurl after some point, though. Not sure how long. I want to say 30 seconds, but could be dependent on like how much you pick them up. God damn it! That's not what was supposed to happen. You can use the grappling hook against enemies, by the way. I just did that right there, but it might not have been very clear. Whoop! That screwed it up. It's because I hit the wall of the thing. Like, it doesn't make much sense, but that's how the game calculates its physics. If you hit something or wall while using the grappling hook, it immediately sends you backward. And no, it does not feel good at all. But again, this is why you decide to stop and then climb up, so that it doesn't happen to you anymore. Of course, remember, the shorter the rope, the less further you can jump. Okay, so now that we have the boss key, we actually have to return back to whatchamacallit. But first we need to return back to the entrance, because there was an optional passage that required us to use the grappling hook to get the goodie near the entrance. And it's not over here because we can't do anything there. Or no, we can actually. It just requires us to do something with a water bottle, but might just be easier for us to jump down here. You know what? It's just going. Or no, the treasure is in the other direction. I'm looking at my map right now. I think there's one there. So there's just one treasure chest, the first floor that I need to get, and it's the door over there, kinda. Right over here. To be honest, there was... Now that I think about it, there was another way for me to get here, but whatever. I completely forgot what passage I could have taken. But no, I had to go all the way around. Because I like crossing bridges. There we go, another treasure chart. Now we can go back to the entrance. You know, to warp ourselves to the end, or close to it anyway. I think there's an actual another pot right over here. I know what. Let's just climb normally. Still in pain. Oh, that didn't reach, really? Because I was hoping to have to avoid dealing with the bird, but whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna backtrack. Easier to just go back here. And this is the boss room. Two chests right here. Knight's Crest! We actually will need quite a few of those. There's actually always some goodies. It's near the end of dungeons. And the fairies are somewhat important. By the way, it's possible to have 4 hearts while doing this dungeon. I only had 3 heart pieces, so I actually missed one. I could have gone on the way here. You have to be quite diligent to get all 4 heart pieces. Anyway, boss number 1. And this is what's causing Valu's problem. His tail is hanging from this pool of lava. And there is a creature in the lava that likes pinching it. Or something like that. I think breathing fire on it might be the better reason, but he's basically a fire dragon, not a sky dragon, so I don't think it's the fire that bothers him. And I wonder what I had to do there. Ow. Let's take a picture. To be honest, actually, not sure if this picture is legit for anything. Man, that doesn't do anything. How can we beat this boss? Hold up. We can go all the way up here. Ow. We got burned anyway. Now that being said, if you stick around up there too long, you will get breathed fire upon. So don't take too long. Stuck up there for the time being. Also, game has some pretty decent slowdown right there. Yeah, you can always try to grappling hook onto Valu's tail right there. It actually makes the fight kind of easy because initially I actually didn't figure this out. Are you kidding me? If you fall in the lava, it doesn't reset the room, you just get damaged. Pretty positive it's possible to land on those platforms all the way in the room, on the room. It's just a little challenging right now because I keep screwing up. Ow. Ow. How do I block? Like this. Actually, it's more that while it's distracted, you can do this. You know, if your thing doesn't get blocked. Me. Here! Yay! And 3 is the charm. No more armor for you, Goma. I think it's a Goma. Damn it. Ow. That smarts. Yeah, you're supposed to use the grappling hook on its eye so that you can start damaging it. You know, properly. And that's it. That's the boss. I mean, yeah, it's the first boss, but like, all things considered, I think it's a better first boss than Ocarina of Time's Goma, but it's still a very simple boss. The presentation is a lot nicer than the other first bosses so far, at the very least. Mysterious wind warp. Feel better, dragon? Apparently does. And Medli went to the other people to explain. He's still gonna stay in this position for most of the game, by the way. He likes it that way. He just didn't like having something bite his ass every now and then. Peer pressure. Well, Prince Kamali, don't you have something you want to say? You did promise. Heard everything from Medli. Link, thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. I hope I can be like you someday, Link. You will, Kamali, I just know it, right, Link? So, Link, here. I want you to take this, Link. Actually, this is the entire reason why we came to this island. It's actually, like, I don't know why we couldn't have just stolen it from him and just pissed off with the King of Red Lions. It just so happens that us going about this roundabout way to fix all of the island's other problems will progress the plot beautifully later in the game. Oh man, I wonder what he's saying. It's Hylian. If you do a New Game Plus, actually, you do in fact get the ability to understand what some characters say. Specifically the big dragon up there, and another character somewhere later in the game. And some signposts, stuff like that. Believe it or not, he will actually... This is not like Zora's Domain, where it gets frozen over and Sheik is like, oh, it's gonna thaw eventually, and then it never thaws. In this particular case, Kamali says, I'm gonna get the best pair of wings ever. He will actually get a pair of wings later. Not necessarily the best one, but he will actually keep his word. Now, I use some bait and some boy pair or whatever, Tingjamig. So let's still go buy some more. Thank you! Thank you! There is a third item he'll sell later in the game, but he's not selling it right now because he can't make use of it. I do wonder about all the Tinkle Tuner content, how they changed it. Like, look at this thing all the way up there. Actually, I think I'm gonna need the arrows for that, now I think about it. And we don't get that until a decent amount of time. Because you can see there's a church just on top, and it drops all the way over here. This is why there's an arrow saying up, because it's telling you, hey, there's a secret up there. Duh. And we've already got the Tingle, not Tingle, the Song of Winds or whatever. What is it called? I don't think it's on my menu. No, it isn't. Huh. Also, I've got the bottle menu and the Wii U gamepad open right now. It says, you haven't found any Tingle bottles yet. Try to find some. Check the beaches and the sea. Unfortunately, that never happens because Weverse is dead. Rip. Seemed like Ganon sent those monsters to this place. What that would mean There is no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl sleeps. We sail to the south. I'm trying to climb on it. Hello? The game's not letting me climb up on him. Okay.
Alright.
Unfortunately, we cannot depart until the wind blows to the south. Okay, I have to change the direction of the wind first. I thought I was gonna be a tricksy trickster and actually go on him and then fail to miserably to go south, but no, first we have to change the direction of the wind. Okay, when you play the Windwaker, the item I have right now, that's when the songs are displayed on the Wii U gamepad. What the hell? Okay, you press right or left to change the direction of the wind. I was trying to press down, but apparently that's not an acceptable direction. Feels like it would have been a lot more intuitive.
Alright.
Wind is blowing to the south, quickly. Technically speaking, southeast and southwest would also be good enough, but I don't know if he would let you go that direction if the wind was blowing that way. I think it has to be specifically south. Oh, there's not much you can do at night over there, by the way, in Dragon Roost Island. It's not like the Windfall Island where there's actually quite a few things. Yeah, my C chart on my Wii U gamepad, these guys will actually help identify the entirety of the island. Yep. Okay, this is one of the few instances where you guys will get to see what the Wii U gamepad is displaying. And I couldn't even pause it. You had to... It's a blink and you'll miss it shtick. Also, they give you some tips. Yes, bait. This is what bait is for. Well, one of the reasons why you need bait. It's how you fill the map. Oi, you there, you kingly red lion guy. That's it, I repaid my debt. I'm done. You take care of the rest. Yep. So we're still in the Dragoon Roost area. If you see the island turn into a black shadow, that's when you've completely left the space of the area. You see, it's a complete black shadow right now. That means I'm in a new place, a new area. And you can tell because there's another island right there. And there's a fish jumping next to it. So let's get onto our items, get the bait out. And then you put it right there. Oi, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. Take it you want to chart information on about this island? Start opening by the sea chart. You guys get another look. You even get to see the treasure chart on the left. You know, where I can potentially get some treasure. One square north and 4 squares west of here. The power to freeze anything. That would be the west of Windfall, in case you're wondering. Like two squares west of Windfall, I believe. West of Windfall, anyway. But you know, that's Dragon Roost, so we gotta keep going south. No, we can't really do anything for that place just yet. Can, however, get distracted by this spot right over here. Let's steal his stuff. Oh, what was that sound? I think it was bombs. We don't want them. But also, time is progressing now. Now the game decides, okay, we can't go into nighttime. So you can see the sun moving in the distance. So for the first time in several videos, we actually get nighttime. And nighttime is actually a bit more important than other games, except maybe like Majora's Mask or something, because in nighttime, there's actually phases of the moon, and phases of the moon actually does matter. Yay, bye. Oh, I could have had that. In this particular case, the treasure is already available, so we didn't actually have to kill them. 10 rupees. All we get, because there was only one enemy. Oh wait, the bomb thing's still going. We can destroy them once we get our own cannon, but we don't have one right now. Spoilers. Wonder why there's so dark clouds everywhere. Freaky. But it's nighttime now. What phase of the moon is it? Looks like a full moon. And I do believe it is a full moon. Oh, what's this? Cyclones? But there's also a fish. By the way, I want to change the items back to this. Makes more sense to me. Oh, small fry. Yeah. They all say basically the same intro from now on. Yeah, if you want to hear their advice again, you just give out the bait again. Speaking of submarines, there's one right here. Well, it's technically not a submarine. I think it's just a... Yeah! Mighty fine boat you got there, bub. You must be searching for treasure on the seafloor too, aren't you? You won't get any from us, bub. Not likely. Only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves. Grab what? A treasure chart. Yeah, the grappling hook. We can actually fish up treasures now with the grappling hook. That's why I always want it available on my controls. Works like this. Of course, we won't get treasures here, I believe, so... Let's actually open up the other treasure charts. I might actually be able to get a treasure from somewhere. Hold up. Oh, yeah, there's one right here. To be honest, it's probably because they gave me this treasure chart. So, I'm actually on the map right now, and the treasure is right over here. This is actually way more visible than it was in the GameCube. There's also a sound that kind of makes it clear that there's something is here. Silver rupee. It's 200 rupees in this game, not 100. Pretty good. And that's one treasure chart filled, completed. Treasure chart 34. We got Tingle's chart here. Tingle's location is southwest of Windfall Island. Kind of annoying. You see those two islands in the distance, along with a small island between them? That's our destination. But it's still a ways from here. We got another square before we actually reach it. And it might be day by the time we reach it. And the video will be over when I reach it too. Because it's been playing for almost an hour and a half now. We'll explore that submarine those guys suggested though. Which I think is right over there. First, let's actually go see this fish right here. Get some bait. Cruise game. Damn it. Go. If you see them fishing, like, if you see them swimming up to you, that means you're close enough to them. Bomb Island. Right half of the moon is missing. It'll give you shivers, small fry. Well, the right half of the moon is not missing right now, but if you want to take your time and wait until it's a night like that, you can go ahead. You won't be able to do anything relevant though. Just saying. Now this is Bomb Island, but do we have bombs on us? No, I don't think so. But we can't really do anything here. Except get some rupees, of course. I want to go into submarine. Also, it's almost daytime. Or morning, I should say, I guess. See, the music's starting. Oh, also, some treasures don't appear on a map. They just appear with a light. Like that over there. That's basically, like, you have the option to just go there manually to get salvage the treasure if you want. You cannot have the sail out with you cannot have the sail out with the grappling hook. Oh. I think I went too far. Come on. God damn it. Where was it? Close enough. Purple rupee, not too bad. Oh, 500 rupees is the max? I thought it was 999. Rip. That was kind of a waste of that. Good sell. We're in that submarine. You'd think these enemies that are out on the sea would be able to survive swimming just a little bit, but no, they spontaneously drown. Must be a Grand Theft Auto protagonist. And yeah, the submarines are much bigger on the inside. God damn stupid rats. Yeah, one of them stole 500 rupees. Don't have to kill the rats, only the Maublins, whatever. Another empty bottle, very, very useful. Remember, there's only 4 of them. So us getting the second one right here is something else. Rat, where are you? Oh, stole the Green Rupee. Can't wait for me to get the bow and arrow. Yes! Stupid thing. It was all the way to the other side. I think. Or no. Gotcha. Now you might see that space up there that you think you can go to. No, you actually cannot. It's just that way because a lot of submarines have copy-paste design. In fact, I think they all do have the exact same design as this. Maybe some different textures, but for the most part, the exact same design. And because of that, sometimes they don't want you to go up there because... Why would you go up there? Anyway, let's actually get to the location we're supposed to get to now. After we go up that place. We gotta do all of them. Because, I mean, we got an empty bottle from that experience in the submarine. That's something very, very good. Because of that, we have to assume that other places, just like this one, might have something relevant too. Oh, also the cannons might occasionally aim for the birds instead for whatever reason. Or something random like that. Yep. Got them both. Okay, so just set sail. You can get bombed out of your ship, by the way. Very annoying when that happens. And I think time passes while you're in submarines and stuff like that, because it's out in the Great Sea. It's not a populated island. Like a populated island, I mean, of course, Windfall Island, Dragon Roost Island, or this island right that we're coming up to here, because you can see the thing changes to just a sun icon when you're next to it. And I think it's considered noon, technically, by the game, too. I believe it's possible to have an evening and morning too. Not positive, however. Forest Haven. That is the next location that we'll be exploring in the next video. The only thing we're going to do here is... Yeah, the Great Ducky Tree. The only thing we're going to do here is check the letter and then the video will end. And yeah, we got to search for Fat Force Pearl and then... Surprise, surprise, we'll have to search for Naryu's piece of... Fetty. Whatever it is. This game really kind of ribs on Ocarina of Time, but not as much as Twilight Princess does. My son's superior. Thank you very much for looking after my boy. This is much, but I hope you'll accept it the same. I politely request your continued kindness towards my son. Kashiko, Baito's mother. Oh, so this is how you would get the 4th piece of heart before the first dungeon. And let's check this guy quick too. Same stuff as usual. Let's buy some bait at least. Thank you. Actually, I should buy lots of stuff. Because I'm going to be getting lots of money in this place. Like at least 100 rupees. Thank Thank you. Thank you. I always love saying that, even though it's kind of annoying.
Bye.
Like, this guy's kind of just known to be annoying. Because of his weird sound effect voice clips. But whatever the case, hope you all enjoyed this video and all have a very nice day. Next time, the Forest Haven, and I assume the second dungeon, which is all the way over there. Surprise, surprise. It's not that big of a deal. I thought there was something over there. Let's look at it. Some dude standing in the middle of nowhere. I wonder what he's for. Oh, we might find out next time. Anyway, bye-bye.